Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. In the kitchen this week, I'm gonna be showing you how to make Instant Pot congee. So some of you might be wondering, what is congee? So to explain it, I'm actually gonna read a quick passage from one of my favorite cookbooks, which is The First 40 Days. I am in love with this book. I've used it for years, specifically when I was a postpartum doula. It was a great guide in finding new recipes to make for new postpartum families. So the idea of the book is that it is the first 40 days after birth. So it comes from the traditional Chinese perspective in what you are supposed to be feeding new mothers during that time. One of the things happens to be congee, and I think that the author had a very beautiful, simple passage describing what it is. A bowl of congee is one of the most reassuring meals you can eat. In China and other Asian countries, this rice porridge is what you get served when you're a little under the weather. Soft, warm, and mushy, requiring minimal effort to digest, congee in its basic form is gentle and nurturing. It goes on to say how it's the perfect food for a body recovering from birth, but even if that doesn't apply to you, maybe you're recovering from a surgery or a stomach bug, congee is a really wonderful, nourishing food that you can eat during that recovery time. Traditionally, congee is made on the stovetop, but today I'm gonna be showing y'all how to make it in the Instant Pot. For the congee, you're going to need 1 cup of jasmine rice, which I have right here already washed. Jasmine rice is similar to basmati, which was featured in my last video, which was making yogurt rice. If you haven't checked that out, I highly recommend that you do, because the nutritional components are very similar. Jasmine rice, just like basmati, is high in manganese, folate, selenium, and iron. So it's got a lot of micronutrients and trace minerals in it. So it's not just an empty carb. When making congee, it's important to remember that the water and rice ratio are a lot different than what we're traditionally used to. So even though we're only using 1 cup of jasmine rice, you're going to be using 8 cups of water in this recipe. Once you have your 8 cups of water and 1 cup of jasmine rice in your Instant Pot, you can go ahead and close the lid. And you're going to make sure that your pressure valve is set to sealing, not venting. So to get your congee started, you're going to find the porridge button on your Instant Pot. For me, it's right here. So press porridge, and you're going to want to set the timer for 45 minutes. And once you have it set for 45 minutes, at this point you can sort of walk away. Instant Pots are wonderful set it and forget it. There's our beep, beep, beep to let us know that it's going to start pressurizing. So at this point, the congee has been in the Instant Pot for almost 45 minutes. Looks like the timer is going to be going off really soon. So we're just going to wait for that beep, series of beeps. So the congee has not quite completed the cooking process, so it's not time to lift the lid yet. As you can see, the float valve is up, which means that it's still in a pressurized state. So in some recipes, what you would do is you would take the pressure valve and you would turn it to the left towards venting, which is called a quick release. With the congee, excuse me, we are going to be not using a quick release. We're going to be using a natural pressure release, which means we're not going to touch this. And I have found for the Instant Pot that generally I need to leave it for maybe 20 minutes for it to release. And when I check, this float valve will be down, and that's when I know it'll be ready to twist and open and see our congee. I wanted to add a little bit of a cautionary tale as to the pressure valve and the quick release versus natural pressure release when working with congee. So the first time I ever made congee in the Instant Pot, I accidentally, and I had even read about avoiding using quick release when making congee. So I, without thinking, because I was just like so excited to make it for the first time, I ended up turning it, y'all, like as soon as the beep, beep, beeps went off. And straight up, it was like a geyser of congee all over me, over like a good corner of our kitchen. It's not very big. Like just geysering, and there was nothing I could do. Like the valve had already been turned. Like there was nothing I could do but sit and just watch this like volcano of rice porridge erupt all over the kitchen. And I just had to wait for it to be done before I could even begin cleanup, which took a long time. I thought that I had broken my Instant Pot too, because like I washed it, like I cleaned it, but I still wasn't sure because it was a hot mess. The next few times I was using my Instant Pot, it was kind of wonky. Like things that I had made before, like weren't cooking right. And I was like, oh no, like I have totally messed this up. So I gave it a few more good deep cleans, and thankfully it works well now, but I just wanted to like put that out there with this recipe. Please, please do not ever use quick release in this Instant Pot recipe. It's very important. Trust me, I'm saving you a huge mess. At this point, as I go to check, I see that the float valve is down, just so you guys can see the difference, which means it's time to open it up. All right. Nice. It looks really good. Very porridge-like. So as you can see, it's very soupy. Just giving it a good stir to make sure that it's fully cooked. Because traditionally, the way it's made on the stovetop is it's still cooking for 45 minutes, but you're kind of in a constant state of stirring. Like oatmeal, right? Like you don't want it to stick and burn to the bottom. Rice can do the same thing if you're not careful. So traditionally you are sort of almost stirring literally for 45 minutes straight. What I like about the Instant Pot is it can cook it and then right at the end you can do a stir and it looks absolutely beautiful. If porridge is your thing. So et voila, there's Instant Pot congee. Congee is one of my favorite things to make in the Instant Pot. It's so simple and basic as a recipe. I feel the Instant Pot can sometimes feel a little intimidating to people. When they first use them, I was one of those people, to be completely honest. So things like rice and grains were a good place for me to start as I was getting familiar with the Instant Pot. The versatility of congee is one of the reasons that I'm really drawn towards making it. For example, you can dress it up to be a sweet or something savory. So when I'm looking for a healthy, nourishing dessert with congee, what I would take is either some coconut cream or coconut milk and some fresh mango. It's very simple, but it's oh so yummy. Almost like an oatmeal, you could think of it. So I guess you could also eat it for breakfast since it's not like overly sweet, but I like to have it as a dessert after a meal, especially if something was kind of spicy. I also like to use congee to make breakfast bowls in the morning. So I'll take a bowl of congee and I'll put maybe a couple fried eggs on top, a couple slices of bacon, maybe some slices of avocado as well, and chives perhaps. and it's really nourishing, sticks to the gut, and tastes great. Thanks for watching today's video. That's all I have for today. If you're feeling the vibe of this channel, please subscribe, and I'm looking forward to seeing y'all next time.